Hey everyone, it's Ian Koniak, and I'm thrilled to share that I just pulled the trigger and closed escrow on the most beautiful home that I could ever dream of for my family and for running retreats. And this really is a dream come true, because just 6.5 years ago, I was coming off missing quota 3 years in a row. I was struggling with addiction. I was living a double life. I was sucking in sales. And I had a lot of the challenges that many people face, dealing with procrastination, questioning myself, really just trying to hustle and grind, but not having the skills needed. And the challenge was that I thought I could do it on my own, because I'd been successful in sales through my whole life. And then I got to Salesforce in the enterprise level, and I found out strategic selling is really, really hard. And it's not just hustle and grind. You actually have to develop the skills, the resilience, the attitude, and most importantly, be a partner to your client. And that's what's been the difference for me. But here's the thing. I didn't learn that on my own. I learned it by getting help. And if I had to kind of share what the biggest change has been in the life I have now versus, 6.5 years ago, is that two things. Number one is that I was humble enough to realize that my way wasn't getting it done. And I finally accepted help and started investing in myself. That started with paying 20 grand into a Sales Mastermind that led to me becoming #1 at Salesforce and making 7 figures. 2 years later, wanted to start a business and build a brand, invested in brand builders group, spent another 20 grand, and that led to launching a 7-figure business within just 1 year and retiring from Salesforce of that program. Then I continued the journey and got into addiction recovery and invested in myself by going to therapy specifically for the addiction that I faced, getting a sponsor, getting 12-step groups. You see, investing in yourself is not just paying money, it's also investing your time. And that's been the biggest thing I've done. And then the year after that, I invested in Quantum Mastermind, spent 36 grand last year. And now I have a spiritual coach that I'm working with to help me embody godlike qualities, love, kindness, self-control, mild-temperedness, and most importantly, humility. And I'm doing that because my mission is not just to help people sell more. My mission is now to bring people to God. Not in the way you think, by being a preacher or something, but rather to be a testimony to his power. Because if I could overcome so many addictions, like Adderall and sex and alcohol and drugs and just, wanting pretty much anything that made me feel good in the moment, even sales, right? And turn it around and live the life I have now and be the family man I am now and the businessman I am now, that is only possible through God. That's only possible through letting go completely of my will and succumbing to his will, surrendering to his will. And so if I can be an example of change that's possible, then I can glorify God through how I show up. So that's what the spiritual coach is working with me on. He's actually $30,000 a year, more than that, about 34. And I'm gonna do that rather than putting money in the stock market, because that is my secret. The second secret is committing to personal growth. You see, you have to be aware of yourself and be real with yourself in the areas that you struggle. You have to know what you want and know what is stopping you from getting it based on your own personal qualities, and then work on those qualities to be, to be the person that attracts the success that you want. To become the person. And that's what personal growth is. It's actually being real with yourself and admitting that in order to be a great salesperson, you have to be a great person first. So again, for me, those are the two things that I've done, and it's made a huge difference. And so my call to you is, if you aren't getting the results you want and don't have the life you want right now, doing it on your own, go get help. If you struggle with procrastination, if you struggle with having a vision, having clarity, wanting to show up every day, if you struggle with selling skills and maybe not having the strategic selling skills to get to the top of your game, and you keep doing the same things and expecting different results, that's insanity. That's just riding a roller coaster up and down, and repeating the same things. But if you're investing in yourself and committing to growing, you're always going to be getting better. And then you'll go after bigger goals, like maybe starting a business or going to a bigger company where you have a higher upside. My income was about $200 to $300, about $250 a year. Pretty good, right? But there were people making $1 million a year. In those first years at Salesforce, it was like between $200 and $250. My last 6.5 years, making club 4 years and then owning a business for the past couple years, has been over 7 figures average. And it's only because I'm always committed to growth. It's not because I'm had all this coaching experience or spent years doing it. It's because I modeled after the best people, and I'm working on myself to be the person that people want to work with. So if you struggle with some of the things that I mentioned, right? Bad habits, procrastination, or not having the skills, or maybe just only working when you feel like it, that's a big one. Let me help you. If you don't want me to help you, let someone else help you. But helping you means actually working with me, not just watching a video. See, that's the big difference. People think they watch YouTube or they watch, read a book, listen to a podcast. That's fine. That's not mentorship. Mentorship is actually having an accountability group, a person or mentor that you meet with, that you actually have to show up for and continue to get better for. People don't pay for information. It's free. I'm giving this information for free. They pay for application. In other words, if you're not applying what you learn and you're just spending time consuming it, but you're not applying it, that's just a waste of time. So get help applying it. It doesn't have to be with me. If it's with me, great. If it's a fit for what you need, but get help. Invest in yourself. Invest in yourself to have a coach, to join a mastermind, to get the help you need, right? That's the key, right? Is just realizing you can't do it on your own. My program is sold out, but we have people coming up on their 1-year renewal starting in September. So if you're interested in claiming one of those spots, book a call, and you can see, for people that are serious, you can apply, see if it's a fit. And again, there's only gonna be a few spots coming up each month because a lot of people are renewing, but I'd love to support with you. I'd love to help you. And again, we're gonna be here. That's why I'm sharing this video. We're gonna be doing events right here in this giant fire pit, having dinner out here and going down in the lake to the dock, our dock down here, to go swimming, go on the boat, go fishing, and just have some awesome memories together as a group. So I gotta go right now. Gotta head back to LA, but I just wanted to share kind of what has worked for me. And again, everyone's on their own journey, but the biggest shortcut has been finding the best experts, paying them, and then modeling exactly what they do, because that puts skin in the game. Because I know if I'm paying for it, I'm going to take it very, very seriously. That's been my secret sauce, is mentorship and coaching. All right, everyone, take care.